For me, getting involved as a survivor wasn't necessarily one moment. It's more of a journey. I was struggling as a single mom to find a place where I could start to get back into the workforce. I'd had to go off on sick leave when I left, and I wanted to volunteer somewhere. So I had attended a couple of survivors meetings where you go and you meet, and we talked about issues that we were facing, and then nothing happened. And I realized there wasn't really a place for that to happen. I actually managed to get myself on the Algoma Council for Domestic Violence, and through there I was able to start to build my self-esteem and become part of the movement itself. And then the SVIP program came to Sault Ste. Marie and brought together different survivors, and together we recognized that need. They came to hear our voices and find out what we had experienced as survivors, what barriers we saw to services, to getting help, to, I like to say, becoming whole again. And I had worked very hard with the shelter in Sault Ste. Marie, and I have gotten so much support from them to increase survivor involvement. But we faced so many barriers. It took me almost 2 years to get my group going. It was almost like a flower blooming, in that it started just seeds in minds of people, and then the momentum would come, and then just as it was about to ebb out in me, somebody else would spark an interest, and then it would come back. And we call ourselves the Freedom Sisters. Right now we're a core group of about 5 women who meet on a monthly basis to talk about what our journey's been like and how we can go about making the journey easier for other women. We're really committed to finding ways to educate people about who we are as survivors, what our journey was like, and we all have a unique story, but all of us struggled to make it to where we are today. I think that when survivors get involved in the VAW movement and the shelters, that their experiences bring value and bring education to the table, because being there in that moment, even if you're supporting somebody who's there, being there in that moment, there's emotions, there's feelings that you can't describe. And having, even just the way somebody says something to you can trigger you. And it's so easy in the beginning to get drawn back into that victim stage. And I think that being at the table, survivors help to make us help people to look at us as people, not as victim, not as needing you, not to be held up by other people, but I need your support. You know, so much can be done by letting me find my own way. And I think that having survivors at the table really helps people to see that.